Hello and welcome to GTO Coach and Go. I'm Jim Delleman with Group Travel Odyssey, and I want to welcome you once again. If you've not joined us before, please make sure to take a few moments to connect with us on LinkedIn, Group Travel Odyssey. You can also like our Facebook page. And if you're watching on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, make sure to hit that little subscribe button down there. And also, if you do ring the bell, you'll be notified anytime that we have new content on our YouTube channel. For those of you who are YouTube watchers, or for any of our users that are out there, please realize that we do have an archive of all of our Coach and Go sessions from the beginning of time up until now on our YouTube channel. So it is a great resource for you to kind of refamiliarize yourself with some of the functionality of the GTO system. Well, this afternoon, we're going to be bringing on Christina Luth again, and we're going to start discussing something that a lot of you have actually talked to us about, and we've kind of finally refined a little bit on how to do combo bookings. So help me welcome, please, Christina. Hi, Christina. How are you?
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I was saying that we're going to talk a little bit today about combo packages and how they can go about happening in the GTO system. So what have we done? What are we doing with combo packages in our system?
Sure. So I'm going to go through a demo, but basically combo packages, what we've done is we've taken those suppliers, those products where you have multiple things for one price. So let's say it's a theme park ticket that's a 4-day ticket. You want to show it on your proposal for all of those 4 days, but you only have the one price. Or maybe you have something where you're going to a museum, but you're also going to go to dinner. So it's something like that where you have two parts to it, but it's one price. So we've made that active for you to be able to add those other things in there. In addition, I'll show you the new feature we have for when you add meal cards, dining cards at specifically the Walt Disney World parks in both Orlando and California, and then also Universal Orlando. So that way you can put have dining cards show multiple times on your proposal when you just want one price. Let's say a $40 dining card, but it's supposed to be for 3 different meals, for instance. So then you can put that in there, and I will go ahead and show you how to do that.
Perfect. That sounds great. We look forward to it.
All right. Let me go ahead and share my screen.
Excellent.
All right. So I am on a test trip here. Okay. So when you're ready to add a product, you will go to that same Add Products button. And add product. Okay, so I am going to start with the example of a ticket. So let's say you're going to go to Universal Studios. So we're going to find the Orlando one. All the way at the bottom. All right, so we want Universal Orlando. Here it is. And then for the product, I'm just going to put in on a 3-day something. There we go. Let's pick the 3-park 3-day. Okay, so once you've picked your supplier and your product that you're going to be adding to the trip, all you're going to do now is you would save it, and it's going to add in the number of days extra. So then we should have 3 here. So I am going to click Save and add new, and then we'll go back to the trip, and then you can see it because we'll just go ahead to the next example. So we'll do save and new. And you can do this anytime. That save and new is very handy if you have a bunch of products you want to add to your trip all in a row. I highly encourage that. It's just to save you some time. All right, so now we're going to add some gift cards. So we're going to say it's Disney, and we'll look for gift cards. All right, so I am going to go ahead and pick the 30. A quick note, so you have this number of meals covered field. So this is what is new here. This will only appear for the Walt Disney parks, as I mentioned, and Universal Orlando, and when the value of the card is over $25. As we know, usually anything under $25, you're really not going to be able to get much of more than one meal out of it. So that's why it will only show up after the $25 and higher. And then in this field here, you would just put however many meals this $30 or whatever the value would cover. So I'm going to say the $30 is for 2 meals. So what's going to happen is it's going to add another product without a price to show that this is covering 2 different meals. So now I'm going to go to Save and New again. And then for a third example, just to show you a combo ticket that's not necessarily a theme park, maybe something a little bit different. So I'm just going to use the example of the Jamestown settlement. And then we want the combo ticket. So one thing I will also note in here, make sure when you're picking your first price, you're actually picking the one that has a price. You will notice in here there's some things called secondary wording. This is what's added automatically when you pick something with a price. So just be careful you're picking the right one. So it's adding what you need to your trip. I'm going to pick that one. All right. And then now I'm going to save and close. All right. Okay, and so adding those products, just depending upon how many people are using the system at a time, will vary. So we're just going to see it will show up little by little as it adds those products. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh here. All right, we'll go ahead and go back to the trip. Just do save and close. Okay. Okay, so as it loads, it looks like it's running just a little bit slow today. What you'll notice is that those products will be listed here, those originals with the prices listed, and the others will show up. What you can do after those show up is you can then select, you can use this grid edit mode, which can be handy if you want to then select your trip days. It'll show you your dates that you can select, and then also your day block. So that might be a way for you, let me pick one first, to quickly, when you see all of your products, you can then select the time of the day and the date that you'll be putting that onto your proposal.
Which is great if you have those meal cards, because that way you can go ahead and distinguish which meals those are actually for.
Correct.
Oh,
Correct.
excellent. Excellent.
All right. Looks like it wants to run a little slow today.
Okay.
So a couple other things I'll mention is that there's different types of combo tickets. So as you might have seen, there are, while this loads, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing for a moment, talk to you about some of the other things. So one of the types of combo tickets is ones where you have a selection of different things that you can do together. So maybe they have a list of 5 different experiences that are included together. So for those types, it will not add automatically. You will have to select. So what you would just do is you would just add another product, as you have already been doing for those 2 different types of experiences, making sure that you're only adding the price once, of course. Some other things to note. If you are using the gift cards where maybe your group leader wants you to purchase, let's say 3 $25 gift cards for each person, not a $75 gift card. So for those scenarios, just make sure you're still adding all of the products for each gift card to the trip, because you want to make sure that your trip has all of the prices there and active. And then a couple other notes. If you do find when you're adding these products that you need more language, please just put in a help desk request. We're always willing to hear it out if something is not quite what you were hoping it would be, or of that scenario, then please just let us know, put in that help desk request. As you can see, the help desk email is right there at the bottom of the video screen. Help@gtonetwork.com. We'll be happy to hear you out.
And put help in the subject line, please.
Yes. All right. It looks like some of it may have loaded. Let me double check.
Okay.
It's the rule of thumb with live. Doesn't always go to plan, right? Okay. It looks like some of it's there now.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to share my screen. Okay. All right. So then now I'm back to that trip. I'm just going to refresh one more time here. And then you can see the products that have been added. So this was the park ticket that we added for Universal. And then you can see right down here, this is the second day. So it was, that was added to that there. And then we also had the dining card that's over here. This is the second one for that dining card. And then it looks like it's just still adding the Jamestown one yet. But you can kind of see what that will look like. So once you, nope, there it goes. So now I just needed to refresh once more. So right now what you'll see is that it's added those for the trip that you would just go ahead and then you can put them onto the days that you want for the proposal to look how you want it to look.
That's fantastic.
All
Wow.
right.
Okay. That is great. If you have any questions on any of this information, again, you can contact Christina. You can contact myself. You can put in a help desk request, as we said before, but we'd be more than happy to meet with you and talk a little bit more about how this is actually working. So if you have questions on that, don't ever hesitate to contact us about that. So that's really fantastic, Christina. Thank you for sharing all that.
Absolutely.
So, hey, I also heard today, right before we came on, actually, just a little bit ago, that we had a bit of an update from one of our partners, WeTravel. So what's going on in the world of WeTravel? For those of you who are GTO users, you know that we do have an integration with WeTravel. So that way, the registrations, anything like that can flow from GTO into WeTravel. We're getting it to flow back as well. And so there is that integration, which kind of simplifies that process if you're using both. So what's going on new with WeTravel?
Sure. So we were informed by WeTravel that they have updated the ability for you to turn on and off the travel insurance link for the company. So if you are familiar with WeTravel, you'll know that what they have in your company profile settings, this means for all of your trips. What you can do is you can put in a link to go to travel insurance wherever people can buy it. And then throughout WeTravel, there will be different buttons and links where people can click it, and it will then go to whatever link you specify. So previously, if you did not put in a link, it would go to a default that WeTravel had set up for a travel insurance, or you could put in maybe your own website link if you have trip-specific links. So that's what was happening previously. So now the great news is that they have made it so you can turn it off. So that is really great if you do use those trip-specific insurance links. Now you can turn that off in your company settings and it won't show those buttons and links for the user so they don't get confused about where they're supposed to purchase insurance. So again, if you are one of those companies use trip specific, you might want to go ahead and turn that off. Or if you're one of those ones that has one link that everybody can go to, if you haven't put that link there yet, that is a really great feature that WeTravel offers.
That's fantastic. So, and that's the thing, we're always getting updates from our partners. We do have several in our system. We are partnering with Fly My Group, Book My Group, Travel Advocates, WeTravel, Broadway Inbound, and there's going to be even more coming along. So we do have integrations within our system with those partners. So as they update their systems, they also let us know so we can share that information with you as well. And the API that we have with WeTravel is constantly being improved. There are some really wonderful things on the horizon that they're working on development with, we're working on development with, and so it's going to make the system even more robust for all of our users. So that's something that we look forward to with all of our partners as well. So
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, Christina, thank you so much. I do want to remind everybody that Coach and Go happens every week on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. So you can join me, you can join Christina, Sierra, Corey, Keith. We have any number of people that are going to be joining us to give you more information about how our system works, to give you updates on the functionality, to let you know about new things that are on the horizon. Whenever we launch new features, we bring people on so that way we can go through all of those features like we have done today, to give you just little ways that you can improve your efficiency with working in the GTO system. For those of you who don't know about GTO, that just kind of tuned in randomly today, please make sure to visit our website, grouptravelodyssey.com, and we will be more than happy to set up a demonstration of our system for you. It's a great cloud-based system for our tour operators to use to book, handle, manage, account for all of their group travel needs. We also have a hosted supplier database. So all of the suppliers that you would use on these trips, we have all of the group pricing and information and products already listed in our system. So it does make things a lot easier for you. So don't hesitate to reach out to us, and we would be more than happy to show you our system. As well as our weekly GTO Coach and Go. On Thursdays, we offer a program called Destination Dispatch. And on Thursdays at 2 p.m. on Destination Dispatch, we will take you to some really wonderful locations, some really group-friendly places, and we bring on the experts from these areas to tell you why it is so wonderful to bring your groups there. Last week, we featured Savannah, Georgia, and we had a fantastic time with them. This week, we have Mike Stupa coming on with Prince William County, Virginia. So you will be able to learn more about everything that Prince William County offers your groups for a fantastic experience. So make sure to join us on Thursday at 2 p.m. for Destination Dispatch. So that is that. I do want to thank you, Christina, once again for joining us and giving us that information. And also, I'm sure we will see you in the next week or two, coming back and sharing even more with us. But I also want to thank everybody who tuned in today, including Jerry Hartman, who gave a little shout out on Facebook. So thank you for joining us today, Jerry. And for those of you who are watching after the fact, you can still contact us. If you're watching this from our YouTube archive, you can still contact us with any questions that you may have on the topics that we were discussing today. I do want to take this moment to thank you for joining us. I want to thank you for being a part of this community, and we do look forward to seeing you again next week.
Thank you for watching this episode of GTO Coach and Go. We invite you to stay connected with Group Travel Odyssey on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, and be sure to check out more of our media, including Destination Dispatch and the Destinations Beyond Expectations podcast. Please visit our website, grouptravelodyssey.com, where you can learn more about GTO and request a demo. Group Travel Odyssey, business without boundaries.